We begin with the Jets player currently in critical condition. Chris Boyd's night out at a Midtown hotspot ended in violence when a gunman opened fire and shot him in the abdomen.
Now the cornerback is in the hospital and the gunman is on the loose. Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang joins us from outside the restaurant where the chaos erupted. Lucy.
Well, Tanya and Joe, Chris Boyd is now listed in critical but stable condition after being shot outside this popular restaurant in Midtown. This block busy with detectives all day trying to find answers. An NFL player shot in the abdomen is now fighting for his life. Officials have identified the athlete as 29-year-old Chris Boyd, a cornerback with the New York Jets. Police say the shooting happened at 2 in the morning outside an Asian fusion restaurant on West 38th Street in Midtown. Whatever the dispute, it turned violent. Shots were fired. The Jets issued this statement, quote, "We are aware of the situation involving Chris Boyd and will have no further comment at this time." However, friend and teammate Jermaine Johnson was quick to ask the public for prayers, posting on X, quote, "Everybody, please send prayers to my brother and teammate Chris Boyd and his family." Jets fans not familiar with Boyd as a player question why he was out in the middle of the night.
An athlete was hanging out on Broadway at 2 in the morning? Making a lot of money, you shouldn't be there at 2 in the morning. Personal opinion, especially as a Jets fan.
I think it's terrible that this would happen, especially right here in Midtown.
Not clear if Boyd will ever be able to play professionally again. We're told a blue BMW was spotted fleeing from the crime scene. Again, NFL player Chris Boyd now in critical but stable condition after being shot early this morning. We're live in Midtown. I'm Lucy Yang for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy, Paul Rowe. I'm back today to talk about a situation that took place Saturday night, Sunday morning in the heart of New York City. Probably heard about it by now, where a professional athlete, a New York Jets player, was shot and critically injured after leaving Say Less restaurant on 38th Street around 7th Avenue in New York City, right? About 2 a.m., they said. Two groups. They said the group with his name is Chris Boyd, right? They said his group was leaving, and there was another group that had left around the same time already outside of Sun. When Chris and his group walked out, they were confronted. Argument ensued. Eventually, weapon was pulled and shot, and he was shot one time in his chest. As I'm putting together this video, the actual footage of the shooting has dropped, so check that out real quick. Check it out.
Be outside.
So as you see, it looks like you can't really see too much going on, but it looks like it's some type of altercation. Somebody runs up and it looks like he gets shot. He's running up and he gets shot. He looks down, looks at himself, and he runs back off. But that's looking like the situation right here. Like I said, look like some YNs, like the mixy spot. Say less, you never know what you're getting into. Early reports I seen they put a lot of emphasis on the cars that was being driven, that the assailants or the people that just was involved in the situation fled in. They said the shooter, they say they fled in a white, in a BMW, a X6, XF, something like that. And then they said another vehicle, a high-end Mercedes Maybach, fled the scene also. Then they said there was another car out there, a Rhino something. It's worth like $300,000. It's bulletproof. It was parked in the front when police got there and all that. Now, when I first heard it, I'm thinking, it was probably somebody try to holler at somebody, girl, things happen to them, or robbery, right? Robbery attempt. That's what I'm thinking. But we don't really know right now. It's not really, there's nothing to go on. I'm sure it's cameras all over there. I'm sure they got all type of video footage, but people ain't really talking. But, a lot of times they identify, or they said also, like, the witnesses weren't cooperative with law enforcement and all that. But, a lot of times they identify people by their cars, right? So if that car might have frequented that restaurant a few times or the area, or, on social media, that car is just on social media with a certain group of people, they might know who that is just off of that alone, right? So we don't know. They just made a lot. It was like I said, they brought it up a lot about the cars that was, seen fleeing the scene. Now, if you know anything about Say Less, mixy spot, you understand? I think Max B had a welcome home dinner, always some industry thing going on there, or somebody having a birthday party, right? You get rappers entourage, you get the IG girls, you get some professional athletes, you get some movers and shakers, right? You also get some street dudes with some money that be up in there, right? That's all intertwined with each other. For the most part, you might go there, get something to eat before you're going out, or there's always something going on at Say Less. You understand what I'm saying? Like you see right there, I was 2 in the morning when that happened. A restaurant. People leaving out of the restaurant at 2 in the morning. So as you see, the club closed at 4 most of the time. So that restaurant open late. So it's a lot going on. Like I said, different groups is in there. They always doing something. The label might have something going on in there, or bring like your birthday party. It might be this, it might be that, whatever it is. But it's a mixy spot. So it could be anything, how this situation transpired. You understand? There's some rumors going on. Like I said, a lot of things got to talk about. Everybody's talking about the cars, that this person. I don't know. We got to see how it all plays out. But like I said, it's happening in the heart of New York City, so I'm sure it's a bunch of cameras. I'm sure they followed everybody as best that they could. You understand? Because this is a high-profile case, so you can best believe that the police are probably trying to do their due diligence to find out who has something to do with this. So, you understand? But like I said, Say Less. You know what you get when you go in there, man. Some Asian fusion, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like it, Philippe's and all that. Like, similar vibes. Lettuce wraps and all that. You know what I'm saying? They risking their life for lettuce wraps and all that, man. Just be careful out here. Like I said, it's a crazy time, especially in New York City. But I ain't here to rant, but I have to report. And like I said, the more news that come out with this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be some follow-ups. I'm pretty sure we'll be hearing more about this situation. Especially, like I said, with it being a professional athlete. Chris Boyd, first year in New York. Been a professional athlete since 2019. I think he made like $8 million or something. I seen his Instagram with pictures and all that. Living life, jewelry, money. So like I said, it could have been a plethora of things. We just got to wait and see. I'm sure it'll come out eventually, be in the area and where it happened at. And, as more information comes out, we'll do a follow-up report. So, so I want to make sure everybody, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram. Salute to my co-host, Batty Bills. And we going to keep an eye on this situation, man. I'll be back before you know it, man. It's your boy, Paul Rowe, WhatsTheNumbers TV. Peace.
Need a shooter. Batty Bills, what's up? I see you. What's the numbers is adding up? It's a major decision. Subtract the cap from the facts and let you make the decision. Them other channels keep your brain all confused. You know the first blog you go for your latest urban news. What's the numbers, Mobb? You already know it ain't 100 if you ain't heard it from Pole Road. What's the numbers, Mobb? You already know it ain't 100 if you ain't heard it from Pole Road. If you like the content that What's the Numbers provide, first you hit the like button, then you gotta subscribe. If you like the content that What's the Numbers provide, first you hit the like button, then you gotta subscribe.